is Limo Talk.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Fastball hit in the air to left field. That's deep. Back goes Chavez back near the wall, leaping, and he made the catch! He took a home run away from Roman.
Hubbard's drill deep to left field. Going back towards, looking up. See ya! 3,000. History with an exclamation point.
Matteau swoops in to intercept. Matteau behind the net. Swings it in front. He's gone! Matteau! 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 Stefan Matteau! And the Rangers have one more hill to climb, baby!
Eli Manning stays on his feet. Airs it out down the field. It is caught by Tyree.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner, here comes Knight and the Mets win it!
Now your host, Anthony Graziadei.
Limo Talk, it's me, Graziadei, ins41.com, GothamGoldGraz.com. I was called stale last week by my guys over here, so I'm coming in with a protest tonight. To my far right is Richard Zarelli, RichieZ.com, and I won't tell you what needs they are because that would make it stale. Hello, Rich. How are you?
Thank you, Graz. Good evening. I'm doing well.
Good. The man, the myth, the legend, and my good friend for a very long time. I saw it. Do you like the softball picture I put up there, Bobby Ins41?
Loved it.
Inzarello?
Loved it. Yeah, I did.
It's a long time ago, man.
That was 31 years ago.
And everybody's still alive, thank God, in that picture. You know that, right?
I never thought about it like that. I never thought, hey, let's look at this picture and see who's not dead.
See who's,
but yeah, now that you mention it, yes, thank God. And that's what softball does for people. You know, it's
and
just,
baseball too, right?
It brings life longevity. And why do I have a can of air here?
Because he needed air.
Sorry, I needed that.
And I was huffing and puffing all day.
Because I thought maybe it was
Take
like
that off camera.
You know, you just stick it up my nose and it's like
like old days.
You know.
For me, not you.
But the thing is, that's a great classic picture. You know where that picture was taken?
The park by Rockville Center. Is that correct? Where I broke my ankle and snapped it in half.
That was Northwood Mere Park. That was on the stands at Northwood Mill Park, and the odd and funny thing about that was moments before, and this is why, they're all good friends, and they've always been good friends, but there was a major fight between Gary and Angelo that night.
I remember that.
They fought, fuck you, back and forth, you're an asshole, and then they both fighting each other in the parking lot. And then it was like, all right, guys. And I was like, I hate to bring this up, but for the bar, I need a picture. I need a team picture. I'll take any fucking picture today. Yeah, we're going to have to do it. So we got in the stands, and they were drinking beer together by the end of the...
Yeah.
They're
like brothers.
But that's the whole thing is that whole team was like brothers, and they fought like brothers fight. And that was the way it was over. It was like that was the end of it. And then, like little comments later going... fuck him, fuck him.
I bet
you having a beer by his car. It was like that. You're having a beer by Angelo's car. Fuck him, fuck him. And then you go over by Gary's car. Go, he's such a fucking dick.
I got to catch. You're making me catch. I don't want to catch. Why am I catching?
I'm an outfielder. Why am I catching? Wasn't Gary catching?
Seventh? Are you kidding me? Gary's batting second and pitching. Are you kidding me?
I was pitching.
All right, I know.
But yeah, it was one of those things. Like Angelo's like, oh, fuck, I'm sick of catching. What the fuck? I can't play left field. I can't play the outfield. and Gary would be blunt and go, you got no speed. You got no range. You're better off behind the plate if you want to play at all. That's Gary, you know. And
Blunt.
Then,
Right.
blunt and fucking
Just right at you.
and actually pretty accurate usually. So they just turned into a fight, and that was it. John Bowler was there. I mean, it was John.
Catalina was on that
Yeah,
team.
John
Sell was on that team. It looked right. Did it look like
John Sell was he was nasty, man. He was funny as hell.
Yeah.
He was part of my
your
my
group.
team, my liners team, and Gary was the cam too. Then we merged it together, made it an 41 team. But it was actually more fun when we had the two separate teams. We had a nice rivalry going, and John Sell would take pride in the fact that he could hit the ball the opposite way.
Yep.
He could.
Yep.
He hit the ball really well the opposite way, really, really hard. And he would sit there going, I'm going to hit one, I'm going to knock out the first baseman's teeth. That's what he would do. And I'd be like, all right, you got to knock
Really?
out the first.
He's gonna knock
and
out his
One
teeth?
day he did it.
No.
One day he fucking
yeah.
did it.
What, just went?
He would jump up in the box, like he'd take 2 slide steps up in the box, and it looked like he was going to try to pull the ball as far as he could, but he didn't. He kept the bat angle and kept his shoulder closed, and the first baseman kind of laid back a little bit, and he fucking smoked it right at him, right in the guy's teeth.
Oh, my God.
Right in the guy. And what does he do when he gets to first base? The guy's bleeding. John goes like this, standing at first. He goes, "Told you, I told you." The guy's like, "Oh,
I told you. Told you what? Told you I could knock the guy's teeth
I was
out.
like, "What are we? Don't even act like you meant that." Why are you He's like, "Fuck it. He's gotta be ready all the time. Always gotta be ready."
Always got to be ready. The poor guy's
out having to-
spitting chiclets
Yeah,
onto the dirt.
Oh, listen,
Fun Sunday softball.
in our
Yeah.
flag football league during the championship in Garden City, it was like we played Garden City. It was us at Inns 41.
Yeah.
We would beat the shit out of each other. One time, one of the guys was on the floor, and I'm not going to say who did it, but one of the members of the football team just walked over and kicked him right in the fucking mouth, and he knocked out his whole fucking front teeth. The guy's sitting on the floor bleeding, and it just walked away. I saw it. It just fucking kicked him. The guy's writhing in pain. His front teeth are out. And they're like, let's go. Second down. There was, listen,
flag
those
football
days,
game.
those days,
It was flag football.
it
so
was
nobody
flag
got hurt.
football, but it was
Right.
like tackle. We played it like tackle. It was
Apparently.
sick. Oh, it was sick. It was really sick. I don't hear any music. Is anything playing?
Yes.
And I want to introduce Bobby and Richie. And can we speak to the voice of Christmas Past, please?
Are we new here? We gotta
No,
be introduced.
no. Yeah, we have a new guy. That's why.
Who?
Yeah, we got an intern.
Oh,
Hello.
you want to introduce the
Yeah,
new
why don't you
intern?
introduce the new intern. Hello, voice of Christmas Past. Are you there?
I am here.
Oh, there you are.
And this is our new intern, Alex. He's an up-and-coming comedian.
Hi, Alex.
And I told him you guys were funny, so don't let me down.
All right, Alex, we're fucking hysterical. Come on. Don't you notice?
You got to be cracking up so far.
Alex, we'll give you the spectrum about limo talk. We're supposed to be in a limo right now going to Atlantic City.
Don't you feel it?
That's why the music is in the background. And then we're supposed to be going there. It's a bachelor party. There's strippers and everything else. Probably coke, pot, and all that stuff. You know, steaks, gambling.
Steaks.
And the driver was just, before we got in the car, was just given the whole way to drive a car by Graz in his little tutelage.
Yes.
The training.
Training. Thank you.
training
Yeah, I
that
trained
goes
him.
on.
So that's it. That's the background with limo talk. So it's been going on. We're successful. You know, we made it all the way to StrongIsland.com. And
One
that's
of us has Coke, one has weed, and the other brought beer.
Yes. Would you like? Oh, first of all, you of age, Alex. Would you like a beer? I'm good. You sure?
He's good.
I'll
He's
allow
good.
you. Oh, come on. You gotta let him have a little fun. This is it after this, right, boss?
That's it.
That's it.
What do you mean this is it?
What do you mean?
How long you been here, Alex? Yeah. Well, since what time? What time?
A few weeks he's been here.
Yeah.
Kind of coming in a couple nights a week, learning a bit of the music, learning a bit of the television part, you know.
Anybody put you on the
Nice.
air in those 2 weeks, Alex?
LaRocchia put him on for a bit.
Oh, I didn't know. I want to steal from LaRocchia. I apologize, John. I didn't know.
It's all right. John dropped him off.
Yeah.
All right, well,
all right.
You always have a home with us.
Yes,
Of course.
that's
You
why.
can always come to Limo Talk.
Yeah, you can always cut the limo talk.
so the Rangers
We take
lost.
everybody.
Yeah, the Rangers lost.
I'm watching this Ranger game.
Hey, you just had to drop
Stay
that
on,
bomb
Bobby.
right
Yeah,
Keep the square so we can talk to you.
I was watching the game and I'm sitting there. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I was over at my son's house the other night when they clinched it, the 7th game.
Phenomenal.
I called Panarin was going to score that goal.
That's
I
great.
called it all game long because they were making fun of him, saying this guy he's fucking horrible. He's been fucking horrible. He's been fucking horrible. I said, you guys are all knocking him. He's going to score the game winner tonight. I said, I promise you, I'm getting this feeling that he's going to score the game winner. And then they were at one point where they were saying like he should just play without a stick. You know, he should be out there, you know, because he wasn't shooting anything on net. It was like he had no shots, no nothing. He was falling all over the place. And I said, keep making fun of him. He's going to score the game winner. And he did.
I don't know how.
So that puck just barely made it in that little opening over there. And it was really nice to see. It was exciting. And you know I'm not a Ranger fan. I'm an Islander fan. So, but I was happy for my kids because they were happy. They were all excited. They were all, having a good time. And I'm like, great. So we're at my son's house and good night. Great night. And I work at the Garden, so I work for the Rangers, but it's okay. I'm still an Islander fan. But anyway, so tonight I'm watching the game, and I did get the feeling they were going to lose it. Even though they're winning 1-0 with like 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden the announcer goes, Carolina was only shut out twice the entire year.
Kiss of death.
And I was like, that's it.
There you go.
And I was getting the feeling that they were going to score soon because they were really putting a lot of pressure on.
Well, they were.
It was just constant
It
pressure.
was 16
Carolina
minutes.
And then
Like a
the one
shooting
shot
spree in the
hit the
third
fucking
period.
crossbar.
Yeah.
The guy was like on a mini breakaway there, and he freaking hit the crossbar, and I was like, wow, they're just shooting kind of at will here. And
They were.
And right after that, though, the Rangers almost scored an open net end on their end, but I was like, they're gonna blow this. And sure enough, after he said there was a shutout, I was like, kiss of death.
Yeah.
And they scored right after
Yep.
that. And then right into overtime, they go and they win. So really, they played 4 minutes. They were leading
On a
for 4
deflection
minutes.
on our own player.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Rangers had this game. This is how sports
We
are. This is what
deflected into our own net.
This is what blows your mind about sports. You're leading. It's a 16-minute game. You're leading for 56 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
and dominated for 40.
And you blow it with 3.5 left.
But you know
Yeah.
why? They dominated for 40 and it was only one, not dominated, but played real well, and it was only 1-0.
They had the edge.
And then in the third period,
They definitely had the
Carolina
edge.
carried that entire period.
They did. And
did.
you know what?
Shesterkin
It's
fucking,
good.
right?
Yeah.
Shesterkin
Stood
is
on his, he's fucking great.
Amazing.
And here's now wait, here's his legacy. He shuts them out with 2 minutes. That goal doesn't go in. Now it's 1-0. There's a very good chance.
There's still a good chance.
There's still a good chance.
I
Still
mean,
a
they
good
didn't
chance,
win
but you would've
52
built
games by
off some-
accident this year.
Yeah.
So they got a very good team. Rangers are really tough. They showed it. I was watching that Pittsburgh series very closely, and I'm saying they are just good. I mean, both teams. The Penguins are a good team, but the Rangers are just like
They're young.
they're
And,
tough.
and here's
They're
the best
really
part of it. They're getting seasoned right now.
Yes.
So as ever far as they go right now, hopefully they stay healthy. Next year's going to be a great year.
Now, the first, it will be a great year, and it's going to be a long, run for this team. So the thing is, though, you look at the first game. Shesterkin blocked 79 shots.
Oh man, that's
Who blocked 79 shots in a game?
That's what I said. I actually,
You know?
I can't believe they won.
And
that
the
game.
Ranger fans walk away. It's fun to watch as not an indentured fan, like somebody who's taking it so personally. Because I know how I take it personally.
He
with
takes
my
it
team.
personally. I
No,
take
I'm
it
saying
right, Rich.
I'm not
That's
a big
that.
Ranger fan. I get upset when the Islanders lose. All right, me. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, these people who are knocking this team right now don't realize what a great team they really have. They really do. They have a tough team that I know the Islanders aren't going to match for a long time. You know, and they walked away from that game winning down 1-0. But Shesterkin had blocked 79 shots. I mean, he was amazing. So the next game, and the Rangers won the next game, right? And then he was off for a couple of games.
No, weren't they down 3-1? So
No,
they
the
lost.
Rangers. It was 1-1.
Rich, was it 1-1 last?
Yeah.
Rich, you're very quiet over there. I'm a little upset. What's going on? You all right? What are you doing? You're fiddling
No,
with
it
your
was
stuff over
1-1.
here.
Then it was
I
2.
need your Ranger talk.
Hello. It was 1-1 after the second. The Rangers won. The Rangers won the second game, so it was 1-1. Then Pittsburgh won 2 in a row, and it was 3-1. Yes. And
Yes.
then the Rangers won 3 in a row.
and then they won 3 in a row.
But do you remember the last show that we did last week when if they don't win that game, it's right, they're out of it.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that was elimination.
That made it 3-2.
Yeah,
that made it 3-2. And we actually sat on here, and I remember starting the show going, "Thank God they won because they would have been out." And I know I would have been a little miserable. I know you definitely, Rich, would have been miserable.
Yeah, well, I would have been because I think I think they should. I think they should at least have won
a series.
A series, exactly.
You win.
You know what I mean?
Games, you should win a series.
You should win a
first
round series. And against a team that you dominated. But sometimes that works against you. You beat up on a team, during the season, and then come playoff time, it doesn't matter anymore. You don't dominate them as much anymore.
Right.
Either.
Well, when Crosby's out there, Pittsburgh is really tough. They're very hard.
He doesn't get hurt, they don't win the series.
If Crosby doesn't get hurt,
they don't win that series.
The Rangers are gone.
I agree.
Yeah.
You saw it. You saw the difference of him being on the ice.
Game 7 was at the Garden, which is like having another guy on the ice.
Correct.
You're like on a power play.
Correct.
Yeah. But Crosby still played well, and Pittsburgh still played well. I mean, we're talking about a game where the Rangers were down going into the last 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And they tied it up, and then they win. But that game easily could have gone either way, no question.
Yeah.
So that was a good series. But this Ranger team is young and good. And Shesterkin, I mean, I'm just totally impressed.
I am too.
By this guy.
I want to say hello to everybody, Bobby. Ann Rothney is saying hello. Salvatore Davoli. Hi, Salvatore. I know you started with us from the beginning. Thanks. Greg DiFilippo, my boy out in Florida. Glad your son's doing really better. And Greg's been helping out the show a lot. He was supposed to come for our comedy night, couldn't make it, but he's planning on. You want to go out to? You want to go see a baseball game in Florida? I'm serious.
I'm in.
Okay. Greg, I think we might
We'll
take
see you tomorrow, Greg.
Greg, you know what?
There
Can
you
you
go.
do me a favor with all the money you spend on the lawn? Could you take about maybe $1,000, get yourself a portable podcast studio, and let's see how we like it down in Tampa.
Yeah. No, I'd like to go to a game down there. I would definitely go. I'd love to go to Florida right now. I would.
Rich,
I'm in.
baseball trip?
Baseball trip to Florida?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know. I would maybe.
Well, judging by the sense, the sense that we have around here, we should go in the middle of August when Florida's 110 degrees.
Listen, I listened
I don't
back
mind
to
the
the
heat.
show for the last 2 weeks twice. You're very mean to me often, and you're calling me.
How did this have anything to do with you just now?
Oh no, I thought you spent that towards me. I'm
It's
sorry.
just
Like a bitch,
I'm
right?
yeah, really. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
like
I
I used to do
mean,
like my
you know.
father when he used to raise his hand, like to go wipe, rub his nose. I go.
You didn't know he was gonna. Why are you flinching? Why'd you flinch?
Oh my God! What? You're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm fucking with you. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, that's so fucking great.
Yeah. He'd go like this. What?
That's fucking fun. I've had.
But
What's the one? That's like battle scarred, right?
the bottom line is,
Yeah.
for a person like yourself, and I'm just just offering this.
Yeah.
For a person like yourself who just spends most of his day just ribbing people and fucking busting balls all day long,
Yes.
you don't take it well.
I know. I'm trying.
And you ask for it. It's not like it's just, oh my God, I feel so bad. I said something fucked up to Graz. No, you get it when you really deserve it.
I listen to all the shows,
and you deserve it.
and I deserve everything that's ever came
Thank
out of
you
your
for
mouth.
Really? You
Yeah,
think
I
so?
do. Oh, without a doubt.
Everything?
You know why? Because lately I haven't been on. When the Mike Nicolia, can we play that the Mike Nicolia friendship song? Can't we be friends, please? Because Mike enjoyed that last week, and I want to send it to Mike again. Mike Nicolia is trying to be friends with us again. Do you want?
Mike was always like,
Is he?
And he lost a lot of weight, I heard. So he's even worse
Oh, yeah?
now. He's an arrogant. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's not. Mike Nicolia, our former friend. So leaving that studio.
he's
and
more cynical than I am.
and then coming here, and Bobby really didn't open up his arms to us. I was like, we were like the Dan Romano light to him. You know what I mean? But you've grown. He likes Bobby a lot. Bobby Lucero likes Inns a lot. He likes you too, Rich. He can't. He doesn't
there's a
really
trend here.
He doesn't tolerate me at all.
I was gonna say, it seems like he doesn't
you know
like you,
what?
though.
I've been doing the right thing. I've been just staying in the background. I say my little piece to him. I complain every once in a while, and everything gets done well here. He runs a good show here. Bob, you there? You happy with us?
Wow, that was a long dead silence.
Yeah, really. That was an awkward pause.
Because I let the intern in my seat, so I'm not really sitting where
How's that guy's great. Alex, tell me a joke. Hickory dickory dock.
So
Anyway,
I was at City Field Friday night for this Max Scherzer's last start, right? And the Mets don't score him any runs. Tonight they score him runs, and he gets hurt. He pulled himself out of the game.
Oh, Scherzer got hurt.
I was gonna say, didn't he leave in the middle of the bat?
So he met 5 2/3. He pulls himself out of the game.
Did they win or lose, the Mets?
They're winning 6-2 at the time when I pulled up here, right? But I'm sitting there going, what else is going to happen to this fucking thing? I mean, Buck Showalter came here and probably was like, well, you know what? I should have probably just stayed in the studio because everybody's getting fucking hurt.
Yeah, but he seems to like
DeGrom, he does. He's enjoying himself. But DeGrom, when is this fucking guy going to pitch?
He's
I mean,
not.
you think you could pitch, and this is why I get so mad at Met fans. I really do. They
I
get
should share this
so
to the Met groups.
they get so
Here
fucking
we go.
they get so fucking bent on. Why don't we retire Ed Kranepool's number because he was a Met for 18 years? I'm like, Ed Kranepool was a Met for 18 years for one simple reason: no one else wanted him. All right, he couldn't play out his option because nobody else was going to take him. He loved being a Met, and he was a great piece of the Met puzzle all those years as a spare part. As a spare part, he was a freaking spare part player.
right.
And do I love Ed Kranepool? Of course I love. Who wouldn't love Ed Kranepool?
Great
Should you ever retire his number? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He stayed because ownership loved him. They did because he's a good guy. They never wanted to trade him. But the bottom line too is, sorry, I'm saying this. Nobody else really wanted Ed Kranepool on their team. He was a one-dimensional player. He was a first baseman with very little range, outfielder with very little ground coverage. But he was steady Eddie to the point where he made the plays he was supposed to make.
Yep.
And that was it. And he was a pinch hitter deluxe like Rusty Staub became at the end of his career. But Rusty Staub had a really amazing career.
Yep.
But at the end of his career, he became a great pinch hitter. Ed Kranepool was a good pinch hitter. I'll give him that. But these people are like, well, he was there 18 years. I say, so longevity makes somebody want to retire a number?
Yeah, but
a retired number is for people who were great ball players. Seaver, retire his number. Put the right font on the number on the jersey, and we're all happy, right?
Just get it right the first time, people.
This is like
and we
last
won't
week.
have to have these conversations.
Jerry
From last
Kuzma.
week is a continuation.
Jerry Kuzma.
He still hasn't gotten over it. I told you.
Well,
he will
you
never
know.
get over it. He will never get over it.
Because
It's
that
his
shouldn't
favorite
happen.
player.
It should not have
his
happened.
bar,
It should not have
His
happened.
bar was named after his favorite player in the world, and they fucked up his bronze statue that's sitting in the front of Citi Field, and this man will never forgive them, ever.
No.
And I know
I'm
why.
going to go to the auto place near my house, get a little Bondo, and put that little piece on there.
You should go to. Listen,
just get a-
I know you like
I
your
know, why
job
don't they
and
put the
everything else,
bronze
but
on
you're
there?
around there. If you could ever get in front of Steve Cohen, you whisper in his ear, "Mr. Cohen, you need to change the font on your bronze statue."
Yeah, don't you see him,
Or
like,
even
all the
send him
time?
an email.
I don't think they.
Twitter
I don't
him.
think it's easily done. You're talking about a 3,200-pound statue. All right, it's not
Is it
like,
like
they're just gonna-
bronze?
it's not like you're just gonna. It's part bronze, part something else. It's like a composite.
just
it's a composite.
welded
And it's a drop 3, so it's great.
It's a
And,
drop 3.
So
It's $8.99 on bats.com.
So anyway, Jerry Kuzma's number. Was I thrilled about them retiring Jerry Kuzma's number? Not really, because I love Jerry Kuzma and he was a money pitcher, but he didn't have the most amazing career. You know, he wasn't Tom Seaver. But if you're going to retire his number, then you're at a point where you can start retiring. You can say, all right, we're getting kind of Yankee-ish here. But Keith Hernandez's number, for the time he has put in as a great captain, team leader, field general kind of guy who changed the entire franchise when he came over here in '83. All right? Yes, I'm all on board for his number being retired. And the years in the booth and all that other stuff. He's just a great icon as a Met. But then they throw in these Met fans.
well, if you're going to retire Keith's number, you should retire Gary Carter's number.
And I'm like, oh, really, moron? Let me tell you something. Gary Carter.
This has become like Mets. This has become Mets.
Is this like
Gary Carter?
I've actually shared us in all the Mets. And,
where is this battle going on?
Gary Carter. Hold on, can I finish?
Go ahead.
Gary Carter had 2 good years with the Mets, 1985 and 1986. He did not do much in 87. 88, he was getting hurt, whatever. In 89, he was finished, all right? Mm-hmm. He didn't turn the team around. The team was turned around. And I'll be honest with you, I love Gary Carter too, but he does not deserve a retired number.
I agree with you.
Keith is a different story.
I agree with you.
Absolute different story. He's an iconic Met. Everyone likes Keith Hernandez. Everyone knows he's the best first baseman there was. He is the best. He was the greatest fielder, and he told everyone on that field where they should be positioned. He knew every batter. He told pitchers how to pitch to batters. He was fucking amazing on the field.
Did he hire you as a stunt double or something like that?
He was
on his payroll?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
He should be.
You should be.
So he was amazing. Seaver was amazing. It was a different story too because 11 years he was the Mets, face of the Mets. All right. So I'm with that. After that, I don't know about any other retired numbers. Maybe David Wright. David
Wright's probably is going to.
You think so? David Wright, you think is deserving of a number retirement by the Mets?
Not really. But if you're going to do it, I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. But I don't find him that great. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know about it. I mean, fan favorite-wise, he was certainly...
Who, David Wright?
One of the most popular Mets ever.
Oh, he had some phenomenal years.
Yeah.
But
he did.
To me, he was always hurt.
Yeah.
See, Bob, I think you're more... You like longevity, or at least the 7 or 8 years of consistency.
Well, let's go this way.
Consistency.
Let's go this way. If you're going to retire, numbers for the sake of retiring numbers, how about John Franco?
Nah. Well,
no,
Staten Island guy.
You know what, John Franco.
I don't want his number retired.
But there's a case for it. He did have a lot of saves.
He pitched with the Mets for 15 years,
and he had a lot of saves.
15 years.
That's you know what. Well, I don't know where he stands in the save category for the Mets, but if he's in the top,
I think he's in the top 3 saves all time for lefty.
I would say that you could probably retire.
But I don't want to see his number retired.
All right.
And I loved and I thought Mike Piazza deserved it because he went as a Hall of Fame Met.
Mm. Everybody,
and he also changed the entire complexion of the team when he got there. He changed them from to top-notch team, powerhouse. He was a powerhouse.
I really, I'm being sincere now. Somehow, some way, you got to get to Steve Cohen and just whisper in his ear to change the font. You could do it. You're a security guard over there. You know every.
Oh yeah, that'll get me the next. That'll get me. Make sure I get more hours over at UBS.
Absolutely.
Never mind. Don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
But, you know, we try. Stevie, change the font.
Hate to bother you. I know you're talking something serious here, but I got to get into this. That font is fucked up on Steve's statue. He'd be like,
really?
What times I heard this, you fucking asshole? What day do you work? Who's your boss?
You're right.
Where do you work?
Suggestions from you, everybody on Facebook, is they'd like the intern Alex to come on and tell us a joke every 15 minutes because rumor has it he has stage fright or something like that.
All right, so let's take somebody who's afraid to come on, put him on, and watch him just stand there.
I didn't say that. I'm reading when
somebody posts something like that, don't read it.
What? Well, somebody suggested it, and somebody said it makes for great entertainment. No,
it does. We need dead air. Thanks. Come up with those suggestions. Keep them coming in.
That's what we needed.
As you can see, folks, Bobby's telling you no. We won't.
In a minute, I'm going to go outside and check the air pressure on my tires, and we can fucking put that on. All right.
I have a.
This is a tire game.
That would be pretty funny.
Would you like, sir? Yeah. Would you like a beverage?
I would like an alcoholic beer beverage.
Okay. Would you like another one, sir?
Sure. This announcer on ESPN.
Yeah.
The guy's like, "Hey, skating in," blah, 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 blah. And the other guy sounds like fucking Robin Leach on Night's Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. He's skating down center ice. Here he comes. He shoots. He sets the crossbar. Oh my God! He hit the crossbar. I'm like, who is this fucking guy?
Who is that? Because I heard him the other night. He's on the radio.
LaRouche or whatever his name is.
Oh, that's who it is, Pierre LaRouche.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous in hockey.
Am I right about that?
I think you are right about that.
You should look. What channel is that? Is
ESPN.
Yeah,
ESPN.
check out who the ESPN.
I missed the Rangers announcers. They're very good.
Oh man,
That
Sam
does
Rosen
suck.
went crazy on that goal.
He's such
You
a
know?
fucking good announcer.
He's old, man. He's in his late 70s.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I'm thinking saying that too. I've been listening
Sam
to
is still
Sterling.
on.
Sterling's losing it, man. But you know what? It's still
Losing it.
Losing it.
Did
You
he
mean
have
lost it? He lost it quite a few years ago.
You know.
Ins 41. Well, yeah.
I like when the fly ball, right field, on the right field line. It looks like it might go foul. It's just drifting, and it's out of here.
He goes gone. Now it's his new thing. He goes gone. And then you hear Susan in the back. I didn't think that was going to go out.
You know,
John.
John.
I didn't think that was going out.
I was over here watching the Red Sox.
Roger Clemens is in my box.
My box.
Steve Levy? No.
No.
Sean McDonough, Leah Hextall, John.
I think it's Sean McDonough.
Butchergross.
I think. Well, put it on. Can you put? Is that able to go on there? See, put the
You
goal
know,
on.
this is how I'm paying attention, though, right?
What?
Howie Rose for years did Islander games for like 20 years.
I saw that.
He's not doing them anymore.
I know.
And
Because he talks about it all the time on his broadcast. They talk Islanders. He always makes a reference and gives out the scores a lot during the games. So
on the Met games?
Yeah, on the Met games, yeah.
Well, he was the Islanders announcer for a long time, but he's a dead ass Ranger fan.
Oh, he's the one that didn't.
Mattel.
Yeah, Mattel.
What's his
So-
name?
Howie Rose.
Oh, that's Howie Rose.
But you know, I kind of miss him doing that. He was good. He was. I don't even know who does the Islanders main announcing anymore. I know Butch
I used to
Goring's
love.
on there.
I used to love Doc Emmerich. I mean,
Jigs
you know, he's
McDonald.
just retired, but
Do you know how much of an influx
Doc
they were
Emmerich
last
is,
year?
just a great announcer.
During the playoffs, the Islanders, when the Islanders made the playoffs the first year, 2 years ago, there was so much influx that they were broadcasting out of Hofstra Studios.
Influx?
There was such an influx.
In a flux?
Did I say that wrong?
There was such an influx.
Did I say that?
There was such a flux.
A flux. Am I right?
Oh, we're gonna have to call
Say it
back.
again.
We're gonna have to talk.
Hold on,
call
hold
back to New York and see if we can get a clarification on this.
Yeah, can we go to the booth in
We're going to the booth.
Toronto?
Get out the headphones.
Wait, say it again. Get the. I want to hear it again.
The Islanders was such in flux that they were broadcasting the games from the Hofstra Studios. So I'm gonna
Broadcasted the game
Let's
Hofstra Studios.
Hofstra Studios.
everyone tomorrow
For Hofstra
make up
Studios.
one sentence with the word flux in it. Flux.
In flux.
And we're gonna see how it's used in normal conversation, not in Tard Squad talk over here.
Grass talk.
It's like I was at the supermarket and I bought a can of flux. I like flux. I like a flux another sandwich.
Am I using that word wrong? I guess.
I have no idea. Flux. I'm going to Google it in a second. I just sound like
I don't know. I think so.
Influx means constantly changing.
Okay.
So when something is in flux, it's not stationary. It's always moving.
Oh. So I used
So
it as a,
the Islanders-
So the Islanders were always
Always
moving
moving.
last year at Hofstra.
Basically.
Hofstra Studios.
Yeah.
For Hofstra.
So I didn't use that the
Studios.
right way, in other words, right?
Well, what would be changing? What is the changing part?
The flux inhibitor.
Flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor. Wasn't that from
That's Back to the Future.
Back to the Future?
Absolutely.
We got to fix the flux capacitor. What's his name? What was the kid's name?
Marty.
Michael Fox. Marty.
Marty.
Doc.
The flux capacitor, Marty.
Doc. Hi, Doc. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
What do you think of the Tom Seaver statue, Doc?
They got the wrong font. If I just drive the DeLorean at 110 miles an hour during a lightning storm, I can make them start that thing all over. With the proper font.
Could you go back in
Maybe
time
you
and
should
change
just-
it for us, Doc?
Maybe you should start a petition.
Yeah. Well, could you change it for us, Doc?
Yeah,
Could you get it, but
you
go
know?
back in the future?
He'll go so far back in the future that the statue will come out. It'll be fucking Ed Kranepool. I'll be like, ah!
All right, so Bob, I just want to let you know on Bobby seems very salty tonight. Go check your tire pressure and relax your dusty bottoms. That's what Salvatore Davoli says. Greg,
Who the fuck do you come off saying that to me? All right.
Bobby's now taking applications for a female plumber for a clogged drain.
Who wrote that?
Greg DiFilippo.
Really? And fuck you too. Go ahead.
Yes, Greg. Times are tough. That's why the cans are out.
Drinking can. I'll stay away from Facebook tonight, Bob. So we did have a.
Well, times are tough. In case you haven't noticed, there's like inflation.
Oh, I put that on there. So Bob, we're at $4.76 a gallon of gas.
Yes.
The economy it is shitter. The Dow Jones just went down 1,200 points today.
Good.
Seems like
Big pass.
gas is going to go to $6 a gallon.
It will.
Diesel's going to be $10 a gallon.
It's because all you fucking people out there that aren't part of the red wave voted for Joe Biden. Maybe 10 of you. And this is what you asked for. This is what you fucking asked for. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. Sorry.
What's going to happen next?
It's going to go in the shitter. They want, this is the old adage.
And it's like this. Without passing, imagine if he would have passed the $3.5,
trillion
dollar
infrastructure
package. At least that got shot down. Think about where we'd be if that passed.
Actually, somebody
We had to get rid of Donald Trump because he wasn't nice. And if it means we have to pay 100 times what we used to pay for everything, it's well worth it just so that he doesn't mean tweet. Right. No mean tweets.
Yeah, that's worth it.
It's very much worth it. You see, I'm one of these people who is, I don't care if everything's going great for me and the person who's delivering the greatness is the nastiest fuck in the world or is just arrogant. I don't give a shit. As long as everything's going good for everyone, who cares how it's delivered? They wanted a nicer delivery. They wanted a guy who looks like he's playing pin the tail on the donkey.
Talking to the mic.
They wanted a guy who doesn't know where he is. He's like walking around like this, and they got to point him right there. They wanted that because he looks good. His suit's nice. He looks good. All right, good. You got yourself what you wanted. You got what you wanted if this is what you want. First of all, the election was stolen. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The fucking election was stolen. There's so much out there that they won't let you know, but they stole the election.
I totally agree with you.
And no 80 million people voted for this moron. He's an absolute moron. And his sidekick.
It's like me.
It's true.
What was the question?
All right. She laughs at questions.
Yeah.
Questions.
Yeah, and it's funny because
Like serious
I've got a
questions as the
client
vice
that sends me
president.
these things from Britain and how the British think of her. Oh my God, they call her the worst vice president in the history of the United States.
And we had Dan Quayle.
That's what she said. That's exactly what she said. And they had Dan Quayle. She said the same exact thing.
I mean, Dan Quayle was numb, right? That's what I think. He's like dumb, right? At least he acted serious, like he knew what he was doing. He didn't. But this one, and they asked him one day, they go, so Kamala, what do you think? I'm sorry, Camel Toe. What do you think of what do you think of the inflation? What are we gonna do about the inflation? She goes, well, the prices are going up, and things are just gonna have to cost more because prices are going up, so things will cost more. Thank you so much for that.
Very insightful.
Yeah.
The fuck is this person? She's fucking numb. She's absolutely moronic, and they like her. You talk to the average dem from the street, and they sit there and go, "I think he's doing a good job." What? You're paying $4 and don't tell me that the president has nothing to do with the price of gasoline. Sure as hell does. It's what people are willing to do to your country. It's what people are willing to do across the globe without fear of any repercussions that makes them do what they do. Donald Trump would never have allowed this. Donald Trump would never have fucking allowed anyone to start pulling this shit that's being pulled across. You can't get baby formula? What the fuck is going on? He'd be like, well, let's get those drugs out now. Bring the formula. If I have to, it's going to be Trump formula. If it has to be, it will. He would have fucking gotten it done. He would have fucking gotten my daughter. I have a grandson. She can't get formula. She's putting it out on Facebook. If anybody knows anybody who has Similac, I mean, what the fuck is going on here?
I know.
Yeah, it's true. You can't find anything.
You know, you get like people are paying $4.79 a gallon, and in California they're paying like $8 a gallon. Come on, stop. This never would have happened under Trump. I don't care. We were starting to build a pipeline. When you build a pipeline, we had that thing going. They knew it was coming, so they also knew that independence, the ability to independently produce your own oil for your own country, was coming down the pike. So other countries aren't going to blow the prices through the air like they're doing now, knowing that eventually you're going to be self-sufficient. They're going to keep the prices low, saying, well, at least they'll still play ball with us. Take that away, and you're just going to fucking have a free-for-all. And that's what you got. And the Dow went down to 1,200 points?
1,200 points.
Oh, things are looking up.
Bitcoin. There's people committing suicide because they had all their money in Bitcoin and were owning houses, and now they're can't even get money. They can't get a dime.
Yeah, I got all my money in fucking that little.
It's like that
those little chocolate. What are those chocolate dollars? You know, the Jewish. Jew coin. I had my money in Jew coin. Chocolate. You know, you like open it up. It's like a little chocolate.
Those
a
were
little
delicious.
gold.
Oh my God!
That was like nice milk chocolate.
I
remember those.
We got to find out who's making that. We'll throw $25.
You know, when you're a kid, and I had a Jewish grandmother. She was the greatest. My grandfather got married 3 times, and his last wife was Jewish, and she was the greatest person in the world. Wonderful person. Goldie was her name. Shocking name for a Jewish person, right? So anyway, she was fantastic. Really wonderful person. But she wanted us to, know a little bit of the Jewish culture. So she would give us these chocolates. Those chocolates. I forgot what they're called in the thing with the little, Jewish symbols on it.
They used to be coins,
right? But it came in that little
gold,
mesh,
like, wrapper
that little
coins.
mesh bag. It came in that little mesh bag. Right? So she give it to me. Now we're like 7, 8 years old, me and my brother, and she give it to you, and she go, Joey, Bobby, this is some Jewish candy. This is chocolate. It's chocolate. Remember, it's chocolate. So you eat that later when you get home. So I put it in my pocket. You come home later, it fucking pours out of the fucking wrapper. It'd be like this fucking, and you're like, straight.
I remember those days. I used to do it too.
And the feel of the foil on your teeth.
Cut my tongue.
It had like a little ridge around it because it was a coin.
You can floss
God,
with
so
that.
dated. We're so fucking dated.
It's true.
Alex, the
That's
intern,
funny.
he's got to be about 22 years old. We're talking about things from 40
Things
years
were like,
ago.
like 40 years ago.
I've had them.
Well, have you? Alex, get on. I want to talk to you, Alex.
Okay.
All right, good.
Did you ever have any of that Jewish chocolate there, Alex?
Alex, I want you to stay there. Tell Bobby keeps still going in and out. I like you guys over there in the box. We get to say hello to you every once in a while. So, have you had those?
Yeah, like every year.
What are they called? Your mic's not on.
My mic's not on?
I don't know. I can't hear.
Are you Jewish, Alex?
Are you Jewish, Alex?
No, I'm not.
All right.
Have you thought about being Jewish?
I've thought about it, but I've
Just
never
because of the
really-
chocolates?
Yeah, the chocolate.
And the 8-day holiday for Hanukkah?
That was not part of the. No, that's not convinced me. I've thought about Islam, because Islam.
Oh, you want to cut the mic there?
No, don't do that.
No, I'm only kidding. How do we get to Islam? Go ahead.
Islam, you gotta. There's the month of Ramadan where you can't like drink water while the sun is up and stuff. And so I'm thinking I gotta hedge my bets because all the religions have different rules. I'm thinking if you can follow all of them, that's the highest percentage chance you'll get into heaven. You know what I'm saying?
If you follow all of them and go by all the bylaws of each religion, you'll die in about 7 weeks of starvation and dehydration because
Yeah,
you're
but
giving up everything.
And you'll get 42 virgins.
Think about this. It's 72.
Is it
72 virgins. If they got to heaven without getting laid once, they're fucking ugly. So you don't want them anyway. No, they're hoes.
No. Easy.
They're heavenly hoes.
Heavenly. Oh, my God.
They are. How do you get to heaven? 72 virgins waiting for you. All right? And none of them have been laid yet? Get the fuck out of here. And by the way, you go to heaven, you need to get laid? Shouldn't it be better than that? Shouldn't it be better than that?
I don't think we'll have penises in heaven.
That's what I'm saying.
Really?
No, you ain't gonna have that.
What are you gonna be hanging out like hanging out with Frank Sinatra and Sammy Davis? You're gonna hang out and smoke cigarettes?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you ever been around these psychic mediums? You seem to be listening to these shows. You have them on the air often on StrongIslandTelevision.com, where Limo Talk is one of the top-rated shows. Do you believe that some of this stuff is haunted? You know what I mean?
Oh, I definitely believe in some of that stuff. I don't follow it. I don't need to know that stuff. People always want to know what's in their future, what they should do. I don't need any of that shit. I have my faith. I don't need to be told. I go on my faith. But yeah, I see that stuff, and I see a lot of it is definitely real. If you believe in God, you believe in angels. If you believe in angels, you believe in demons. If you believe in demons, it's all out there, man.
If you believe in demons, you can be a Yankee fan.
What?
You can be a Yankee fan.
Well, we are the evil empire.
They are the evil
Hey,
empire.
Alex, have we entertained you for the first 48 minutes of the show? Yeah. We're all right?
It's been okay. I was hoping a little bit more funnier. Because I really did hype you guys up.
Wow.
So he really
So what are we
sets
throwing
like
a dart or something like
Yeah.
that? Our own studio director said, I really hyped you guys up. You're supposed to be funny for the first
You're
hour.
supposed to be funnier.
For every fucking minute of
what
listen,
happened?
on Opie and Anthony? If they got 15 fucking minutes,
He went into the Opie and Anthony.
but it's true.
He pulled the Opie and Anthony
Well, here's
card.
the Opie and Anthony card.
Well,
we were always taught there was a 4-hour show. If we could give you 15 minutes of fantastic radio, we entertain you for the day because it was hard to do that. Everything was spontaneous. You know what I'm saying?
No, you guys are more consistent. You're more steady, you know?
Well, Bobby, we really go in the direction that Bobby goes in a lot.
I know, and I see you're always trying to like feed him and get him going and stuff.
Oh, and
I
I'm
like that.
doing a good job. Listen, you should see what
I haven't gotten one plate of food here. Who's feeding me? Nobody's fucking feeding me shit.
He's trying
Yeah, we
to
even got a
he's
slice
trying
of
to lead
pizza.
you to be funnier. You know, he's trying to give you stuff to go off.
And then when I start doing it, he starts talking when I'm talking.
Oh, here we go. Thanks.
Yeah, have you noticed that trend?
No, I don't have enough.
Not you. Who the fuck are you going to notice you're talking? Bob?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think he definitely it goes both, you know.
All right, so this has been fun working here.
This is great. We should have named it last episode.
Yeah. The finale.
No, you guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. I'm proud of you guys.
We need to be soothed, and you're not telling us
With
that.
that being said, if you do have another gear that you can go into, now would be the time. It's almost 11, so if you're gonna
we're
get
losing.
into it, you might as well go.
We're down like 5-2 in the seventh inning.
He's gonna close the window over there, and he's gonna
6-3,
whisper to
something
Alex.
like that.
Holy shit, these guys
You're in a
suck.
7-4 bowl game right now.
Holy shit!
You gotta make a comeback.
Wow.
Yeah, we were in the last 3 innings, Bob.
You know. So we
Right. And Bobby is setting the bar for this.
He just basically
expectation.
He just told you the first 40
Right.
minutes suck.
Be funny. Well, hold on.
There's a fly.
Well,
in
if I
here.
wasn't distracted by the fly,
Now we got flies. I don't pay for the fly. Can we get an exterminator? What is this? Where is that fly?
he left.
So Bob,
I don't know.
know.
I'm in a flux right here.
Yeah, this is a little ever-changing flux right now to try and increase the funny factor.
entertain Alex and
Yes.
our own
And
Bobby
and
Lacera.
Well, no, we're here to.
I
right,
actually
we-
thought the Jew candy bit was pretty fucking
I
funny.
did too. I enjoyed that.
But no, see, again, we're doing Jew candy, which I'm sorry if anybody's offended by Jew candy, but it's Jew candy. And he has to go to, let's go to talk to someone else. See, we were having fun. We were having Jew fun. And then he went. And
Because
then
Alex said he had eaten it. That's why I said he's probably young enough that he never had it. And he said he had had it.
He had it
That's
already.
why. So that's why I tried to bring him in. I was
Yeah.
trying to bring the whole group together. You know, Alex is going to be our intern, hopefully. So we're trying to lead
See
him
what
in.
happened there?
yeah,
Am I trying? You know, no good.
he tripped and fell in a puddle. But that's all right. I don't know. We tried.
Was it face first?
Face first. He did a header. It's just like we are on topics here, so we need a topic, and we'll move on
Who's
with
winning
it.
the 2024 election?
2024 election. See, that's not. See, this
It's
is
a
serious.
topic because-
it's a serious topic.
Yeah, but that's okay. You can make a little.
You know, and the bottom line is, I'm very blunt. I tell people how I feel about the whole political scene, and I know that all the elections, you know, the 2020 elections and the ones right after it, were all fucking stolen and fixed. So I know that, and I know that the media doesn't report anything honestly. They report everything. Biased. Media is biased by liberal thoughts and liberal things. Bottom line is, what just happened in Buffalo, the shootings in Buffalo, the guy was, he hated black people, right? So he shoots...
8 out of 10 black people.
He shoots 12 people, 13 people. 11 of them were black. The other 2 people don't count. And they got to make a big fuss over the fact that Joe Biden goes to Buffalo and talks about how much he despises this white supremacy thing. However, just a couple of weeks ago, some black guy got on the subway and shot up all the white people he could find, and nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about the fact that was that black supremacy? I don't know. But nobody talked about it. Nobody talks about it when it happens. They only talk about these psychotic people that decide that they have a manifesto. I don't know who puts together these 180-page manifestos.
Manifesto.
I mean, if I got a fucking thought in my head and I start writing 180 pages on it, I'm not doing anything anymore. You know, if I write down 180 pages worth of thoughts on what I think about a subject, I'm past it now. I'm done. So he goes out and he writes his manifesto as if somebody needs to see this later and get a gist of what he was thinking when he did it. And then he goes and shoots people that went out shopping on Saturday. And he wants people to find his manifesto. If I ever leave behind a manifesto,
it'll be how much you hate me.
Oh, you'd be you'd be about 120 pages. Right?
It would be on the history of the New York Mets.
It'd be something I would find interesting. But so what? How many times could you write that you don't like a certain race of people or a certain ethnic background? I mean, I guess that's what he did, but they didn't release it yet. But I'm sure the liberal paper will release the contents of that. But the bottom line is, this happens on both sides, and it's about time it got reported fairly, and it's about time the media starts reporting stories just based on the facts that happen and not their fucking opinions. I don't want to hear their opinions. And I don't want to hear stories just because they felt like telling us a story, only because it makes the people they don't like look bad and the people they do like look good. That's what they do. That's what the media has become. It's a joke. We're not getting any truth out there. All I want is the truth. John Lennon.
They don't want the truth.
Play that John Lennon song. Just give me some truth. No short head, yellow belly, son of Driggy Diggy. It's like...
You're right. I should have gotten you off the elections, right? I should have went in a different direction.
Yeah, so he has to bring up Trump. All right, fine. So 2024 election, I'd love to see Trump win again, but they won't let that happen. So they'll fix it so that there'll be all these... They're going to come up with more COVID shit by the end of this year so they can blow up the...
Talk to Mike.
What the fuck am I talking into?
Because you can't hear you sometimes. You're distant. On the recordings, when I listen to the recordings, he sits back a lot. You can't hear him sometimes.
Wait, I used to have those sound effects, like the button I could just hit with the big crash sound and all the glass like shattering and everything. I would like that button right now to just press.
What?
It's for me.
For Christ.
Yeah, it's really a bummer. It's really a bummer in the middle of talking. He's like, yeah, talking to the mic. I can't. Nobody could hear you. Nobody could hear you. I think everybody can hear me fine. I listen to the shows. I listen back. I've never heard me sound low.
Okay.
Oh my God! Sorry, Bobby. There's an antidote to fun over here. It's like I took a pill and it's just curing all funness.
Alex, this is all just part of the show. Okay, just so you know.
Hey, Alex, shut up.
All right. So they won't. This is all part of the fun.
What was that?
Yeah, look up. Give me some truth.
that was
so.
That was Bobby.
Nobody gives you the truth anymore. It's all bullshit. Everything's a lie. And sorry, but that's the way it is. I would love to see Trump win in 2024 again. I would love it. I'd be very happy.
That would be something.
Well, if you perform, look at sound effects now. Look at that.
Look at that.
I like that.
See that? Big announcement. It's
What?
almost better than breaking news.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't had that in a while.
I know.
Well, I think that if a lot of people go on the bandwagon, a lot of people fight for what they believe in, he might.
No, here's what happened. You see what happened last election? He's winning everywhere, pretty much. And they were like, so Nancy Pelosi's like, so how far are we behind in Pennsylvania? And they're like, we're down like 800,000 in Pennsylvania. So how many ballots do we have in that truck that's waiting behind the bushes over here? So like, we have about 1 million ballots in there. All right, print up 800,000 of those, all for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and we're going to print them up. So stop the counting now, and all the ballots that you have, burn. And then those
burn.
And then those, you just put them in their place. You see, this is so simple. I've been doing this for 50 years, and I know what I'm doing. And they're like, so we should just throw all the ballots that are ready to be counted in the garbage and take these fake ballots that you're printing up now and cast them all for Biden.
Yep.
So we can win. What do you think I've been saying? That's exactly what you do. You do that. And then we will win in the morning. Go to sleep. Drink a little scotch and go to sleep. And then we'll wake up and we'll have President Biden. Thank you.
You're welcome, Speaker.
And that's what happened.
All right.
And did I say it was going to happen before it did?
Yes.
I did.
Yes, you did.
You actually did.
We sat here for weeks talking
That's
about
why they wanted, this is all orchestrated. That's why they wanted early voting. Early voting meant you can really fuck around with it, and you can get people out, even if they weren't legit or were legit.
Or
you can say,
alive.
Or alive. You could say they showed up and voted.
Right.
At
was
the
early
polling
voting.
place in early voting, so that you gave 10 days of early voting plus election day, and because of COVID, that convenient little COVID made it
excuse for
necessary for
everything.
write-in ballots, write-in and absentee ballots, write-in and absentees, because people are afraid to go to the polling place because they can get a sickness and die. So we need to have write-in and remote and all kinds of different ballots that we can fuck around with them. Excuse my French, and we can change all the votes.
Speaker Pelosi,
Yes.
I mean, this is very, self-implicating, penalties you're putting on yourself. You realize that?
Yeah, Miss Pelosi.
I'm doing it for the good of all because I don't like Mr. Trump. He's mean and he says nasty things and he makes fun of me and he calls people names and he says that Elizabeth Warren is Pocahontas and it's not nice. So we're nice people because we let people come across the border if they don't have enough milk and bread in Mexico, and we let them come over the border and we give them citizenship, a cell phone, and a four-wheel drive vehicle,
And money.
and cash.
Yeah.
And cash.
And there's,
Cash.
what's wrong with
the
that?
cash.
What's wrong with that, my fellow Americans? Right? And now what's
broke.
happening? What's the next thing that's happening? That they're using the other smoke screen that we're trying to do to distract people for the midterm elections.
What's that?
The abortion issue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Yep.
No one was talking about that.
There was a leak.
They're gonna overturn.
Oh, and what about where's the investigation, by the way, that they called for into who perpetrated the leak of this document that has now caused chaos in the country as people are showing up everywhere protesting.
They go right. They go right to
voice your opinion.
They go right to the Supreme Court justices' homes. How'd they find out where they live?
Right. Can't agree with that. That's a little over. You stand in front of these people's homes. That's okay, and they're allowed to do that.
First of all, this isn't even up for a vote right now. It's not even something that somebody's talking about right now. But they said they're looking to do it. So go get them now, and this way nobody will talk about the fact that Joe Biden is fucking on life support.
I thought he'd be dead already.
No,
Wow.
They must be pumping him up with some vicious vitamins and steroids and everything else. I watched him the other day. He looks frail. He actually put on a decent, I know you don't want to hear that, a decent interview. I was watching it the other day when he was talking about the, what's the issue that they're having with the Roe versus
versus Wade, the abortion issue.
Yeah, and they were talking about that, and somebody asked him if his administration.
And they were like, what do you think about Roe versus Wade? Well, when you're in the boat, you row. And when you fall out of the boat, you wade your way to the shore. You're wading in the water.
You get it?
Then you get back in the boat and you can row again. And what? That's not the issue?
So they asked him about his
Mr. President.
So they asked him about his inflation.
If
his administration was the cause of inflation. And he says he had inherited from the prior.
Oh, sure, when everything was better.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, when everything was going great. And then you took over, and now it sucks. That's all we know.
That's great. It's great to be able to say that. I inherited what? You inherited prosperity. You inherited low unemployment. You inherited low gas prices and no inflation at all. That's what you inherited and destroyed it all in a matter of 14 months. Destroyed it.
And this is what we want, because we want down the road for communism and socialism, and we want people to just do what we tell them to do. Thank you.
Yeah. If everybody just agrees with us, we'll have no problems.
Right, and there'll be world government, and it'll probably the central government will come out of Democratic National Headquarters.
And you can't disagree.
No.
You can't disagree with anything or debate. Otherwise, you're just wrong, and they don't even want
You're
to
a hater.
talk. Yeah, right. There's some
Anything you
excuse
say,
why
you're a
you're the
hater.
bad guy when you question, what they propose.
I mean, it's just really beyond belief what's happening. I love Joe Maripodi. He's on Facebook a lot. He calls Joe Biden Magoo. He calls him Magoo. What the hell you got? Soup?
Wow, that's a soup bowl. Yeah, that's a big. That's a nice
Did
mug.
you make a latte?
That's a decaf cappuccino.
It's my decaf.
Wow, what kind of service you got here at Strong Island TV, huh?
Got decaf cappuccino.
Boy,
Right?
I tell you, really.
All right, I've had this
Alex, you should be paying attention here. Being the
He
intern.
left. Alex just left. He said goodbye to me.
Oh.
He said thanks, guys.
Goodbye, Alex.
He's going home to get those Jewish chocolates. But
That's quite a mug.
bottom line is, what the fuck are you drinking?
Beer.
Are there any more in there?
Yeah, you want one? Oh. All right. How do I not know? I didn't know.
He was unaware.
I'm unaware that you're empty. Just like when he worked the bar for me.
I saw a.
So the bottom line is, yeah.
Did you?
You know, I might be a proud Republican. I might be. I don't know. I'm not admitting that to anyone. I don't want to say to anybody that I'm a Republican, but I am.
No, you can't.
And I can't stand people who don't want to admit it.
You can't do that.
Don't tell people.
Right? Don't tell
No.
anybody.
No, you tell people. You tell people what you want. If they don't like it, you're fucking bad.
Well, and that's the problem, because when they don't like it, now
I don't do anything-
You're automatically the bad guy.
I don't do anything. There is nothing in my mind ever that I want to see somebody hurt by anything. I want to see people do well. I want to see people do good. See, I'm in the middle of talking, and he fucking got a point.
Absolutely. Live long and prosper.
I noticed today Biden and his missus went to pay tribute to the Marines, and he bent over to place the flowers. She bent over to place the flowers. He couldn't bend over and place the flowers. That was from Ann Rothney. That Mrs. Biden had to place the flowers today because Mr.
Well, of
Biden
course.
couldn't bend over.
Oh. Anyhow.
It's
But he goes to Buffalo, and he's talking, and he goes and visits these people in Buffalo because he's a fucking hypocrite. And by the way, if anybody hasn't realized it, he don't like black people. He doesn't, never did. Trump has never said a word bad about black people, and they paint him as racist. See, that's another thing that this side likes to do. They will call you what they are, right? They will accuse you of doing what they're doing and call you what they are, so they take that weapon out of your arsenal. They think they take that away from you by calling you what they are. If I'm somebody who's stealing all the money out of the fucking cash register, I'm going to come out and say, this fucking guy that worked the other day is stealing all the money out of the register. And people will be like, who is? Did you notice it's short? Yeah, we did. Well, so he's fucking stealing the money. Meanwhile, it's me doing it. That's what people do. You point the finger at someone else,
right,
and accuse them of doing exactly what you're doing. So this way, when they turn around, the next thing they're going to do is go, "It wasn't me. I know damn well it was you." They're going to go, see, of course he's going to do that.
Right.
Of course he's going to say it was him. It was me and not him. I just told you it was him. And what's his only retort is to turn around and say, "No, it was you." Oh, fucking lame. That's what they do. That's what they do.
I don't know what to say.
Seems logical.
That's what they do.
That's what I would say.
Call you what they are. They call Trump a racist because they're racist. They don't want to do for anybody who's a minority. They don't want to do for black people. They don't want to do for Latinos. They don't want to do for them because they want to keep them dependent on them. That's how they get their fucking votes. Keep them dependent. Keep promising them everything for nothing. Not that, and that's not to say that that's what they're doing. That's what a lot of people certainly are working, and no question about that. But there are certain sectors of people that they're just promising everything to and giving everything to and saying, "No, stay where you are. We'll take care of you." And that's fucking racist. Not letting them have their opportunities when people should be letting them have their opportunities. They want to keep them dependent. That's what they want. Fucking tell me I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I know it. That's exactly their game plan. Keep them needy. Keep them needy so that you keep giving it to them so that they keep voting for you. And that's why they want these people coming in over the border. They want them instant Democrats voting for them.
Yep.
So they stay in power forever. 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 Forever.
Forever?
I'll let you.
That's from Sandlot.
Forever.
Forever.
Oh, that's right, Sandlot.
I'll let you get off the politics subject.
I need to get off the politics subject.
And believe me, everybody's, by the way, Make America Great Again. Just wanted to bring this up one more time. Everybody goes, well, that doesn't include. When I think of Make America Great Again, I mean, is make it that this country is the best country in the world with everyone included. See, some people take it as, oh, you want to make it like it was when it was lily white America back in 1955 when that's... No. I want to see it, that harmonious atmosphere, that nice prosperity that went on there with everyone being a part of it. And everyone...
Yeah, there you go. I'm waiting for Rich. I'm trying to cue him to put on some nice patriotic music on the Biden speech with the Nancy Pelosi speech and everything else. But I'm telling, listen, I love your passion, and I know how you feel about a lot of that stuff. You just want it to be fair for everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
everyone should have the same opportunity. Everyone has the same chance to do
color,
something.
race, or
Exactly.
anything else.
That's zero.
And
Once you start adding that to the equation, you're now you're the racist.
Yeah, you're the racist.
You're the racist when you say, "Oh, well, there's not enough black people, not enough white people here. There's not enough Asian people here. There's not." Now you're the fucking racist. No, they were probably trying to hire whoever. That's the other thing too. There's this whole thing going on in Valley Stream schools. This one lady likes to divide people up.
Saw that.
Christina Arroyo.
Oh my God.
Who got thrown out of the green room at Governor's because she was blowing trouble.
Hello. Come on. What is up with you? I have to stop you.
So
are you out of your mind?
Is there a dump button?
Yeah, really. What's going on?
Right. Well, I know that's a fact.
I know, but I'm stopping you.
So the point is,
I love you. We need this show. I need to be able for you to pick on me.
She likes to divide people up racially, and she looks whiter than anybody I've ever known. But anyway, she talks about how she hates white people and how there's not enough black people working in the schools and this and that. But meanwhile, to get a job in the school, you do have to apply.
Well, of course.
So if maybe people would apply to the school and say, listen, I want to teach here.
What does she just want to be handed the
I don't know what she wants to be handed. I don't know what she wants.
She didn't win, did she?
No, she lost bad.
You see?
Wow.
Now, okay. Now, we had something in Farmingdale, the same thing. There was a couple of people. We had something similar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I heard today from one of the members of the board that the polling places were the busiest they've ever been in the last 20 years this time.
Well, see, this is
wait. But here's what's sad about it.
Well,
we have like 30,000 people in Farmingdale.
I was going to say, how many showed up?
And only 3,500 showed up to vote.
That's a lot.
I thought it was close.
A lot. What kind of election was the school board?
It was the school board and provisions.
That's a lot.
And
And
provisions.
budget.
And
I thought it was
and
closer to 5,000 actually.
all right. Well, what
All
I
right.
heard it was. I heard
We
a
don't
lot-
get that.
No, and a lot of districts don't. I mean, if you look at that, and I look at some of those numbers.
Our,
Because if you see
our
how many
elections, the
people
school
actually
board.
show
First
up,
of all, we have three
it's like
school
this.
districts.
It's like
Is it
small
that-
percentage.
Really?
We have three.
Yeah, I know you have 3, but why is it so
All right, you
small?
have north, south, and central.
No, not even that. It's District
Oh.
24, District 30. These are elementary schools. District 24, District 30, District 13. Then you have the high school district. So there's four
Oh, wow.
budgets to be voted on in
That
Valley
sucks.
Stream. Right? And you only can vote for the one that's in your area. Now, Valley Stream High School District encompasses a lot, but then my area is District 13, and then across from me is District 24, and to the left of me, to the right of me, and down South Valley Stream is District 30, and there's all different boards for each one of them.
Yeah.
Right? And so if you add up all the people that showed up to all elections for all those school elections, maybe 3,000.
Wow, so about 500-600 per district.
So we had like,
700.
just for instance, the race at District 13, the person who won the race at District 13 won by like 600 to 200.
Wow.
Or 500 to 200. You know, it's like, that's all that shows up.
Right.
I mean, come on. It's your budget. Forget about the budget. You know, it's your school, it's your kids, but they don't care. I mean, people aren't interested. You can't even get them to show up to vote for mayor. I mean, we have a mayor election every 4 years. The total amount of people who show up, and there's 35,000 people in Valley Stream. Not all
It's
are
only
of
like
age to vote.
2,000 people show up.
About that.
Wow.
I
See,
can see that.
there's the problem. So
Right.
wait a minute now. With all the bullshit about the ballots and everything else, if all these people come out and want to have change, how can they really? How can they sway it?
Well, that's how they try.
See, I don't even want to
run
see
for
change in Valley
positions.
Stream. I think that this mayor has done a great job.
And we feel the same
He
about
really
Farmingdale.
has.
And I know Richie does
Absolutely.
too. We feel the same way about Farmingdale. And you have to. So there
Town
was
is
two
thriving.
candidates that were going against what a lot of people. But even my wife was getting involved. I'm like, all right. She's and then I saw one of the ladies that was a board member, and I go, how was it yesterday? She goes, we had the most we've ever had in the last 20 years come to vote. So that's got to tell me that maybe some people are getting involved. Maybe some people are, can't stand what's going on for $5 a gallon of gas and can't get formula and we can't get toilet paper and we might have A days and B days of gas and everything else. Maybe people are.
A days and B days of gas.
That's what you can't let these people in the media and the people in the certain parties tell you that there's other smokescreen issues that make you lose track of or lose sight of the ball that's in play right now.
Yeah.
And the ball that's in play right now is your prices are going sky high and they want you to forget about it. They want you to be distracted by it.
You know what's coming next, right? Free money's coming next. They're going to probably say, all right, every household that under a certain amount of money is going to get a $500 check because they're paying too much money in gas.
Of course.
So
they'll
that's
do that.
coming.
That's going to be the
More free money.
That's going to be the stimulus package.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
true.
And
You go out and buy yourself a flat screen. Grandpa Joe is going to tell us to go fucking buy a flat screen with that fire. Go to PC Lewis and get a flat screen over at what was that?
PC Richard.
Herman's. Get yourself a
Herman's.
get yourself a new tennis bat.
That was like the Dick's Sporting Goods back
That's
in
what
the
I'm
day.
trying to do. I'm coming back, coming out with old. You go to Newmark and Lewis.
Oh my God, Alexander's.
Go to Alexander's. Buy yourself a pair of new dungarees. Dungarees and some loafers.
It's true.
Go sit in your yard and watch TV on your flat screen in your garage, like those Ginzos did. I mean, like
those Italian.
the Italians did.
The eye ties.
They sit in their garages watching TV, and I like it, man. That's the kind of shit they throw at you.
See, now you know what's good about us. What I like about the show is we don't always have to.
Well, every once in a while, we have to get a report card.
A report card.
We're getting a report card.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
we
got
could
a
get
report-
Alex to rate us.
Alex left.
How we left?
Yeah, Alex left. We already got rated by LaSera. Here he told us we needed to step it up a notch.
yeah, right.
And then I'm like, what do you think about
didn't
politics,
exactly,
Bob?
We didn't exactly meet the expectation.
Fucking Bob. LaSera goes, why don't you step it up a notch? And 2
All right,
seconds later, I'm like, so Bob, who do you think's going to win it?
You think Trump's gonna win in 2024?
election?
Let's make America great again. Yes, I like
It
it.
was 45 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, you just, it's all smokescreen shit. That's what they're doing. They're throwing out this abortion thing and whatever else is going on. They like to come up with these other issues that make you lose sight of what they're really doing to you.
Mm-hmm.
They're really fucking you over. Bad. Really bad. I mean, you can't even get a used car anymore. You can't even get a decent used car anymore that's not the sticker price of a brand new one. It's
true.
what
Actually,
the
you
fuck?
can sell your used car right now,
you
get
sell
more
the-
money than you. Yeah,
I could probably sell my 1999 Camry for about $5,000.
which is crazy.
Right.
I got a
Be
Ford
lucky to get
Escape
anything.
with 197,000 miles on
probably
it.
get
I
about
could probably sell it for the price of a fucking new Hyundai.
Right? Yeah. You're right. It's crazy. I mean, but
You got
but
a your
everything's
Escape
going
has
great.
what? 197,000 miles on it. You ever thought of selling it?
Yeah, I'll sell it. How much would you like for it? $28,000.
Cash or check?
I don't know. I gotta
I could get a brand.
see if I can get to the.
I could get a brand new Toyota for that.
I know. Try to find one. $28,000. I like that.
Speaking of that, one of our friends is in the key business. They said they're getting so desperate now. Somebody broke into one of the dealerships on Sunrise Highway and stole 120 keys to the whole lot. So somebody out there has 120 keys. They had to call Papa Lock in to come in and change every single key
good for him.
of every single car. They're trying to get they're taking the catalytic converters
Right.
out of cars.
Yeah.
They're
That's
taking
like-
the cars,
That was back
cutting
in the
what's
80s.
underneath and leaving it on the side of the road without a catalytic. There's people in Farmingdale walking out of their house to go to work in the morning and they can't start the
their
car
car.
because there's no catalytic converter because they're taking that to buy or to get money from steel or whatever it is and use it for whatever.
Sure. The price. Yeah, the price of steel is so high.
Where's Guinea Pig? Each week he starts something new. Two weeks ago we got different ways of finding us on the camera, and this week we're getting little.
See, the catalytic converted thing, they're not stealing them because they want the catalytic converter. It's the metal.
It's the metal that they're selling to get money for.
And,
Sure.
and people don't understand that. They're trying to tell people, they're going,
How much does one cost? Why can't they just go get it one for their car?
I'm like, no, they're not looking for the fucking catalytic converter to put in their car. They're fucking stealing it from the metal. And the point is, though, I like these people who have all these cameras around their house and these Ring doorbells and shit like that, so you could actually watch it happen, but do nothing about it.
Somebody's stealing my catalytic converter.
They're not showing up.
George, call 911.
Yeah, what are you gonna
Call
do?
911.
What they do it in like 20 seconds.
I know.
So you can watch it happening from your work desk. Like, oh wow, look at it. What that fucking guy
Wow,
do?
how'd they get the car for the air so fast?
Holy shit! I see sparks. He's fucking.
That's a nice jack this guy's got.
And they're fucking pulling out, and he's like, then you call your house, nobody's home, and you yell through the doorbell, the Ring thing, hey, hey,
Asshole.
put it back. What are you going to say at that point? What can you fucking say? They're like, fuck you. They got hoodies on. They got the thing down, the baseball cap down like this. They get in their fucking piece of shit car and they drive away. Can't get a plate. It's too far away.
No.
It's amazing what this world is coming to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It amazes me
a
what's
wonderful
going on
place.
right now. I go into
Nobody,
this,
and nobody
I
says
go-
anything.
Everybody
We just get up every day. We just
Yeah.
It's just this is what we do now.
me go
We
watch
just
my son play
pay all
baseball.
this money, and we get screwed at the gas pump, and then we go buy food for the
But that's the
family.
whole
And we get
point,
screwed
too.
there. And
Yeah.
we're okay though. Everybody's fine with
He's
that.
right.
But that's
Nobody
the whole point,
complains.
though. This is why I speak up and I say
I
what I
understand.
say, and I don't. I'll take heat for it, whatever. But there were
Okay,
too many
you should
people
be
just
bitching.
like
People should be
People
pissed.
just like, so what could you do? What could you do?
Right.
Like,
not what could you do? There's a lot you could fucking do. Make some noise. Get out there and fucking get loud. Get loud. Get proud about what you feel and what you believe in, and say it.
See,
fucking say it.
I should be a board up because I'd be pushing fucking. So
what you're saying? What you're saying is you think Bob should step up his game.
yeah, or our board up.
I was gonna say, well, the board up with
up.
the,
Who I can't even
music.
hear music. Is there any music playing there, board up?
There is music
Can
playing.
I hear
yes.
it? Just put it up loud. I don't care if we drown everybody out for a second. We're loud. What is that? Oh, look at that.
From the Graz playlist. of
Nice.
course.
All right. Limo Talk. It's me, Ins41. Ins41.com. Bobby Ins41 and Zarello. Board up extraordinaire. Wow. Board up extraordinaire Richard Zarelli, who doesn't have a website anymore, but is very annoyed. Today, Zach pitched, correct? Today?
Yes.
How did he pitch today?
He did. He battled, but not his best. Not his best day.
Farmingdale playoffs
But,
was against
he did,
Syosset today.
He did well fighting through it.
Yeah.
Left 3-1, but
Winning or losing?
Losing 3-1, fourth inning, but gave up probably, the last walk was really what got him out of the game. But probably gave up a good 5 walks. I'd say over 4 innings. I mean, but strikeouts.
We're
we had
expecting
some
better
errors.
from you there, kid.
Didn't hit well.
Hey, wait a minute.
And we lost.
So, me as being the smart ass that I am.
Yeah, he
I
calls
know
me.
they lost already. He goes, hello? I go, how's Mr. 5.0 ERA?
Actually, some of those weren't errors, by the way. There aren't errors.
What? Yeah, I know.
Yes.
And one of the kids that made an error is one of my
I think
kids
it was
that
one
went up
earned.
from the Green Dogs.
Yeah.
So, listen.
Wait a minute. A green dog
Made an error.
makes errors?
Yes.
You believe that, Bob?
So, Bob, I'm calling him. I go, so how's Mr. 5.0 ERA? So then he proceeds to tell me the kid pitched 4 innings. He would lose 3-1.
Hey,
But you know, I know
3-1,
something.
but he did
there was
all
a
right.
lot of people there watching that game.
He did. There was a lot of people there.
Farmingdale baseball is getting a nice little buzz around Farmingdale, which I like.
Well, listen, must win tomorrow.
What's the website?
Gotta-
Tell us the website.
Our Green Dogs,
Please.
fdalebaseball.com.
And how well, yours is
F-Dale.
FDalebaseball.com. Yours is
FDalebaseball.com.
vshawks.com, sir, or is it?
Yeah, I don't. Mine's connected to this. I mean, no,
No,
it's not
Ins
connected to
41 is connected to
this.
this.
No, mine is connected to 2020.
Okay.
It's stuck in 2020. So
What does that
I
mean?
haven't updated it.
So what is it? So in other words,
So don't look at it.
Oh, so we've been promoting it. No people.
No, I don't. We never mention it.
I try to mention it. All right, let's
I'm not big on websites anymore. I don't like websites. I think.
Michelle Asta says hello. Ann Rothy's still watching. Taz, the residential. I know it's resident artist. Greg D. Filippo still watching.
Residential.
Well, I used to call it a residential artist. Bobby, who else? All right, that's about it. We got about 10 minutes. So, Yankees, best team in baseball.
They are.
Mets won tonight, I think, because it was 6-2 the last time I looked.
The Yankees are unbeatable. I think.
See, that's so funny because 10 games in, I thought they were
because
dysfunctional.
people are morons.
Why do you think the Yankees are unbeatable?
They
Now I
are.
think
They
they're
just got. They got
because-
top to bottom. You can't get the fucking guys out. And their pitching is phenomenal.
Yeah,
right now.
Nesta,
I mean,
Lester,
the
Nesta,
pitching
what's
is,
it? Nesta Cortez.
Nesta Cortez.
I
that's
like
the
it.
difference.
There's
I
your
was gonna
difference.
say, the
You wanna-
difference,
here's
I
your
think, is the
difference.
pitching.
Here's your difference for the Yankees right now. Nesta Cortez and Aaron Judge is fighting for a $400 million contract. He's going to play his balls off this year. He's going to have an MVP season.
2 home
Because
runs
he's going to have an
yesterday.
MVP season, Rizzo's going to be good. So Rizzo's going to be good because the both of them are good. Stanton's going to be good. So now you got 3 of them fucking hitting home runs all over the place. But here's the problem. Are they going to win in the playoffs? When you play in Tampa
If you
Bay?
have the pitching, you will. You will, and that's the difference now.
Derek Cole better be good in the playoffs. So now you go to the Mets. Is DeGrom ever going to see the field again this year? Or is DeGrom ever going to play a baseball game?
And
for
this is
the
what I was
Mets?
getting at before. He's, all these people who wanted to canonize this guy as one of the greatest Mets of all time and all this bullshit. He won 2 Cy Young Awards. Great. He won 2 Cy Young Awards. But the bottom line is he's only done it for a couple of years. and he's always fucking hurt. And he's no Tom Seaver. He's not even Jerry Kuzma.
No, he's not even John Matlack.
He's not even John Matlack because these guys came out every fifth day and pitched. This fucking guy is made of glass, and I'm fucking tired of it. I'm really tired of it. He's not like he's 30. He's not like he's 28. It's not like he's 27. He's 32 years old.
If you had a chance to have him come back and close for you this year, and make him a
Diaz is doing a good job.
What's the guy's name that the Yankees are using in the 6th and 7th? Was it King?
Yeah, Michael King.
Michael King, who's basically nobody can hit him. He's an all-star. He came out of nowhere.
I started seeing him. He came out of nowhere in spring training.
So
he
why not
did very well in spring training.
Why not take
King.
DeGrom? It's not as stupid as everybody thinks. I heard it on.
All right. Well, the reason I say no because he can't pitch on consecutive days. That's why.
But all right. So why not put him in? He could pitch if in the playoffs. He could pitch game 1 and game 3. He could pitch 2 innings, the 7th and 8th inning if they're winning or keeping it close, and then bring it to Diaz. Or I don't think it's a bad idea bringing DeGrom in as a 2-inning relief specialist.
DeGrom is at least a month away from return.
I know.
I'm so sick of this.
At least a month. And DeGrom has still not been cleared to throw off a mound, and it's unclear if he'll require more tests before receiving such permission.
And he's going to get a contract like Syndergaard did, where Syndergaard's going to get 25, where you get $25 to $30 million to go over to the Anaheim Angels.
Well, good for him because bottom line is he's done nothing in the last 2 years.
Syndergaard?
Syndergaard's done less than zero.
DeGrom did. Well, DeGrom had.
DeGrom did play.
DeGrom had 15
when he was on the
last year,
field. I mean, he was untouchable.
He should have won. They should have won.
Seriously,
they should have. He had not one bomb.
The time he was at least on the mound.
Yeah, those 15 games, he didn't have one bomb. They gave him no run production at all. None.
Yeah,
none.
But
what else is on the?
I got some. Do you know there was a Astros Red Sox game today at Fenway Park, and in the same inning,
5 home runs.
There was 5 home runs. 2 of them were caught by the same fan in the same inning.
Nobody showed up. There was only one person in the stand.
No, it's Fenway. There's got to be people there.
That's interesting.
That's interesting.
And
same guy catches 2.
And the pitcher that gave up the 5 runs, 5 home runs, had never given up more than 3 home runs in a single game. Something to that extent.
The ball is juiced.
And all right, I got something to end with, and I thought this is actually pretty crazy.
All right, we got about 6 minutes.
I don't like it. Matt Harvey. I don't know if you heard about this. Suspended 60 games today over that death of the Angels pitcher.
Correct.
Okay, for distributing the drugs. He got a 60-game suspension for distributing drugs that contributed to a young man dying. And he gets a 60-game suspension.
And yet Trevor Bauer gets 400, gets the next 2 years with allegedly.
We're not just banned from coming back. We get 60 games and we're okay with that?
Trevor Bauer.
I think that's crazy.
Trevor Bauer's got to be fucking pissed
You're
off
an accessory to a murder.
No, actually letting him pitch is punishment because he's fucking horrible.
Well, yeah, and he's in the AAA, I think, Oriole. He's in the Oriole.
Here's a guy who fell from grace pretty quick, huh?
The Dark Knight.
Now he's the Dark Cloud.
Yeah.
But he fucking.
But that's crazy. You're going to let him come back? MLB? You're okay with this?
I got a funny feeling he kind of went, and I'm not condoning anything he did. That's fucking retarded anyway. First of all,
the guy died.
Even if you're making a few million, you're making a few million a year. You got to give your teammate oxycodone. I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, it's brainless shit. But the thing with Matt Harvey doing that, I'm sure he did it was one of these things where the guy's like, Matt, remember when you had your arm problem last year? Got any Oxycontin? Any left over? Yeah, yeah, I'll get you some. No problem. Probably gave it to him. Just like that. He probably wasn't. He was like, you got to take these, motherfucker.
No,
it wasn't like this.
Right.
What do you need? Greenies, reddies, what do you reds, greens, blue,
What do you
PCP, Coke, smoke, tools to get high. What do you need?
Here we go. 5 minutes to go. Here we go. Best radio ever.
Man, aren't you pitching today, Matt?
Lots of drugs over here. What do you need? I got whatever you need to get high. Get ready for the game. Up for the game. Remember, got to get up for the game.
And it wasn't like that. It was more like, Matt. He grounds his catching flies over here.
Trying to catch the fly.
He's on some peyote over here.
See me? Whoa.
So I think it was one of those. Do you have any leftovers? And he probably said yeah, and he gave it to him, and You know, I didn't expect the guy. You know, the worst thing that happens when you give somebody something is they die on it. You know,
You don't even know if it's laced with fentanyl anymore.
and that's the other
Right.
thing too. Who knows what it was? I mean,
yeah, you have no
but I don't
idea.
think Matt Harvey had any malicious intent when he
No,
did that. So the 60-game suspension, to me, as bad as some people have made it sound, I didn't make him take the drugs. He fucking took them himself. If he overtook them, that's not my fault. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but you are the one. He didn't. If you could prove to me that he held him down and like a dog with a roll of cheese, you know, man, start chewing my.
No, I guess he gave them to him. That's it.
Good pills.
I don't think it was
pills
like
are good. Pills are good.
As you're fucking grinding your teeth, as your fucking nose is going to the. You're like, I like pills. I need them right now. Fucking, I love pills. What do you got? Oxycodone? Oh, I'll take two.
You roll it up in like
Oh, you
American
fuck-
cheese, and the dog's like, you got this little pill in there. You put it in the dog. You start doing this, and the dog. The dog's like looking at you like he's all fucked up and shit. And then he finally eats all the cheese, and you see the pill on the floor. Like, what the fuck? How did he do that?
That's the only thing you didn't eat.
And you can't even pick it up because it got wet and it opened up, and it's in the carpet now. And now the cat's gonna lick it.
Oh, fuck. Put her on, Rich. Let's get the fuck out of here. Holy shit. You see? Hey, for the great and powerful Bobby Inns 41 Inzarello. Well, you know, tonight was a little bit different. We had some opinions on things. That's what makes this show so unique. We're not always supposed to make you laugh constantly, right?
Oh, we tried.
I think that's the goal.
Yeah, but
It
you
is
know
the
what?
goal.
Tonight we didn't go in that direction, and I'm all right with it. So for Bobby Inns 41 Inzarello, thank you, Bob.
Thanks for having me again.
Pleasure seeing you, my friend.
Good to be seen.
Sorry I interrupted you about 5 times tonight. I have to get in the
My
mode.
scorecard has 6.
6. For board op extraordinaire Richard Zarelli. Richard Zarelli helps me out with a lot of things on this show. He gets us up on GothamGoldGraz.com and Ins41.com.
We sure hope his son steps up his pitching game.
Yeah, 'cause your son,
The town of Farmingdale is depending on him. They've sold a lot of tickets.
yeah, man. Can we at least get a fucking 2.75 ERA till the next game?
Oh, come on. It was 3-1. Couple
God,
on
I'm like,
irons.
tell him to tighten the ulnar, whatever that thing is. Tell him
Put
to
the pressure
tighten
on this
the ulnar.
child. How old is he?
There's no pressure. You know.
How old is he?
He's 17.
17.
Be 18
And he
in
just had
October.
major arm surgery 2 years ago.
Wow, he's not going in the first round next year, is he?
No.
Well, damn!
No, but he's
one
going-
bad outing.
but he's
God
going
damn
to a
it!
Great, but he's going to a great college.
Where's he going?
He's going to Cortland.
Cortland.
Yep.
Okay.
Going up to SUNY Cortland in September.
For everybody on Facebook, thank you guys.
Well, that's fantastic. So we got nothing to worry
Ann
about.
Rothney.
No.
Yeah. I didn't
well.
see Mickey Delaney tonight. For Greg DiFilippo, who
Really
basically
good.
says,
Battled.
stop talking about drugs, Graz is going to... Greg DiFilippo says, stop talking about drugs. Graz is going to have to take a shit. He's so right.
Get the bucket ready.
He got Greg DiFilippo, for Michelle Astor, for Ann Rothney, for who else was on here? Taz the residential artist. Who else, Richie? You didn't talk to anybody? You remember?
Absolutely. Who was Michelle Asta says hello.
Salvatore Davoli.
Salvatore Davoli.
Who is that? I like that guy. He goes after Bobby a lot.
Sal's great. Sal's been on and very active on the. on
I'm
the
not
chat.
a fan. Not a fan.
Bob's not a fan. You don't want to tell him those things.
said Ann already?
For our new intern, Alex, who's the intern for all the
Taz,
shows here.
Taz, the resident
And
artist.
for Bobby Lacerra from StrongIsland.com, Strong Island Television. Thank you, Bobby, for everything. I hope we entertained you at the end. Did we? We started to get something going, and now we ended, right?
That's it. You ended on the top of your game. That's
Oh,
all.
thanks.
There
Thanks,
you go.
Bobby.
Yeah, always end on a high note.
It was like tonight's Ranger game. The Carolina Panthers spent 56 minutes, is what I talked about before. 56 minutes losing. I said Panthers. Hurricanes. All right?
Yep.
And in the last 3.5 minutes, they tied the game up, and then they win in overtime. We won in overtime tonight. We won in overtime.
There you go. We
Look
won
at
in
that.
overtime.
At least somebody won today.
Gotham
Mets won 11-4.
There you go. GothamGoldGraz.com, Ins41.com, StrongIsland.com. Hold on, let me hear her. Graz a day. Here we go. One more. I like this. Graz a day. Dilly Filippo is gay and Nicolia too. Mike Nicolia.
Yeah, we got to spend the end of our show every week for 11 years fucking singing his name.
It's my only recognition.
What kind of shit is this?
Because I don't,
when you
I don't
put
get
it
to
that
talk.
way, oh, Bobbians! Oh, Bobbians! Bobbians! Oh, Bobbians! Bobbians! No. He's got to sit, and he sits there singing this fucking song.
That's my only.
I listen, 11 years I'm listening to this shit. The only person I know who's got to fucking have it, he's got to have his fucking ass licked at the end of every show.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Bobby is 21. I told you it's the best radio in the last 5 minutes. You never know what you're going to get.
Fucking shit.
Good night. Is she still playing or she played out? Is she done?
No.
Good night. God bless.
night.
We'll see you next week for Bobby Inns, 41
Thank you for watching.
For Richard Cirelli, for Bobby Lacera, and for our new intern, Alex. Good night and God bless, and treat everybody with love and respect. Peace. Lick my ass!
Oh,
Holy
my
shit.
God.
Oh.